It is not the fight in the dog. Class. I don't know. I feel so wise today. I don't know if it's this blazer. It is not the amount of, it is not the size of the dog. It is the fight in the dog. Never forget that. This you should have seen me last year. You ask me, Kwanza, there's this song. There's this song my sister has taught me that is spoiling me. It's going, how much is money? Hey, nani nana. Premium or nothing. Hey, big walla. You should hear that song. In December, nilikuwa na wika nayo. December, we were eating the chicken. Now we are eating food that is meant for that chicken. But we shall get through, guys. Tuko pamoja. In this episode, we'll dive into practical tips for surviving January and most importantly, setting yourself up for a better financial year. Hi guys, welcome back to the Review Podcast. I am your host, Rachel Anita. Mpaka niseme ya tatu, Nyamoita. Welcome to Review 2025. And today we want to talk about something that is very typical of every Kenyan. And every Kenyan can relate to this at this time of the year. Njaanuary. Hata mkiniona na hii blazer, niko hapa to talk about January. After the December festivities, ili December ama iko December? Ili December ama iko December? Proof of life. Ili December ama iko... Anyway, after the December festivities, many of us are left trying to stretch our finances whilst figuring out how to bounce back. Does this sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. Hapo tuko pamoja. In this episode, we'll dive into practical tips for surviving January and most importantly, setting yourself up for a better financial year. Guys, you know how vocal I have been about finances in 2025. Okay, you've only watched one episode, but you know how vocal I am and I'm about to be about financials in 2025. So please grab your notebook because this is one of those episodes that I'm giving you life hacks on how to survive this very long yet short month. Let's get started. Number 1, why is January a challenge? Now, if you're like me and Decembered, it is because we tend to use all our earnings in December. We tend to make December a Friday of the year. Is it a Friday or a Saturday? It's just the weekend of the year. It boils down to 3 things. Number 1, overspending in December. This you should have seen me last year. You ask me, Kwanza, there's this song my sister has taught me that is spoiling me. It's going, how much is money? Hey, nani nana. Premium or nothing. Hey, big baller. You should hear that song. In December, nilikuwa na wika nayo. Big baller by Flavor. It's Flavor, I think. So, holiday expenses like gifts, traveling, and just having fun often leave very little room for essentials. Tunafikanga December, we assume that there's no other day, no other month that is coming after December. Number 2 is irregular income. For those in business, December can either boost your sales if you're like into those things, gifting, traveling, any kind of business. Some businesses just shut down. People have left. The usual urban to rural migration that happens every December happens, and you're left in Nairobi. The business, no one is buying, no one is selling. It can be quite difficult for business owners. When it comes to January, you really don't have much to spend on. Number 3 is poor planning. Hapo, we know most of us are in that category. Let's be very honest. Sometimes we fail to acknowledge that January is coming. We fail to budget for the new year. And it's quite sad that we still do this every year. Every year. January nafikanga like, guy, it's because I remember there was a time after, like, just fast, I think there's a time we were opening schools. I think it was around 3rd of January, either 3rd of, that week really hits you. After fast, like literally second inafika hivi, you're like, what? Kids are going to school. It's a new school year. I have to buy uniform. I have to buy shoes. I have to buy books. That's when most people are hit by that. Now, no matter how deep you are in right now in that mess, it's possible to climb out. By now, I know it's week 2, week 3 of January. Let's talk about survival tips because we are surviving. December we were eating the chicken, now we are eating food that is meant for that chicken. But we shall get through, guys. Tuko pamoja. Number 1, reassess your expenses. Guys, like I say, and this should be put on a t-shirt. When you know better, class, do better. Thank you. All right? Reassess your expenses. Number 1 thing to always being on top of a game when it comes to finances is spending less than you earn, living below your means. Look at your budget. Identify what is absolutely necessary. It's okay. In December, you are drinking left, right, and center. Now it's January. You have to pay school fees. You have to run errands. You have to do this and that. You have to cut off. After December, imeisha, we will mourn it and we move on. Clear your priority list. Make sure you are on the right page of things. Number 2. This one I don't like it, but anyway, meal planning. I don't like it because we are really eating chicken in December. Guys, you should have seen me. Okay, I don't like chicken, which is weird. Okay, side note. There's a way I like eating chicken and there's a way I don't like eating chicken. In December, I was only eating it the way I like it. That should give you a picture of all that. Cut off these things that you cannot afford at this time. Like I said, cut off the chicken. We are going to be eating cabbage. Class, what are we going to do? We are going to be eating cabbage until we get out of this shithole that we've put ourselves in. Plan simple and affordable meals that can last several days. Plan bulk shop, guys. Bulk shop. This is the time. I don't know where you're going to remove that money, but bulk shop and get yourself to the end of the month. At least salary ni ile tunafaa survive nayo. Number 3, negotiate bills. We are Kenyans. I have never bought something at the value I've been presented it at. I don't know about you, but that's how we were raised. You're told, Madam, this shoe is 2,000 shillings. You're like, I have 200 bob. And somehow you will meet in the middle, which is preferably 300 shillings. It's a bad thing, but negotiate. Always bargain. Do not, if you're behind on your payments, do not be afraid to call on your landlord. Guys, masaa ni ya kuwa honest with people. Sit them down, tell them, I know in December nilisema hatutaonana, I'm done with you, but now you know it was December and when new year, new me, you know, talk to your landlord, negotiate a payment plan. It's better than ignoring the problem. I usually have a problem with people who ignore the obvious signs. You've not paid your rent. Don't expect your landlords to be pushing you around. Just call them, talk about this, and get through it. Number 4, side hustle. Guys, this is the time. Please watch my podcasts. This is the hustle for me. This is the time. Pick up a mic, get into content creation if you can. Sell clothes, sell those people on this WhatsApp stations. December, you are looking at them and running. Why are these people posting? Why are they posting handbags? Why are they posting shoes? January, please join them. Ask them, how can I get this top? Let's do this together. Make sure you are doing something. Even if it's a small gig, just make sure you're making a difference to your finances. Think tutoring, sell items you're no longer in need of, offer a service like cleaning or babysitting. Talking of which, I have a baby. Trust you me, we are moms. We will pay a buttload of money for good babysitters. I kid you not. I even wonder, why hasn't someone started a babysitters club in Kenya? Musibe idea yangu. I'm going to work on it. Number 5 is use your savings or emergency funds wisely. I know you could be at the corner right now. If you have savings, right now is the time you're thinking, whoa, boy, I'm in hot water. But use them strategically. Remember, the goal is survival. Not splurging. I don't know why I'm laughing because when I think of the same audience I was talking to in December telling you how much. In December, I was not telling you to have fun and all that. But guys, now we are back in reality of things. It is about survival, not splurging. Please, all right? And next, plan for a better financial year. Guys, I'm going to do that series, The Financial Lens. And now that we've covered survival, let us talk about planning how this year is going to be better financially for you, how we manage our money. You know how passionate I am about, hey, God, I don't know if I should change my name to Rachel Money Bags Anita. Because when you talk about it, you manifest it, it comes into your life. Let's talk about planning so that your next year, next January, I don't want the same story. There's this lady, you guys know, just Ivy. The other day she was talking, I think in December or November, she was talking about JOMO, the joy of missing out. The joy of missing out in these problems. The joy of missing out in everybody saying January, in January, you're doing well. Let's plan so that next 2026, we are not the same story, not the same old case. You have done better through your year. You've planned for you've set financial goals. You know what you're going to achieve this year. You put all the strategies in place that will help your next year be better, guys. Resolutions to Shandika, we are working towards that. Set your financial goals now. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? Do you want to pay off your debts? Do you want to invest? Do you want all those things have to start as early as now? Create a monthly budget. Okay, for each of those months, if this is your year that you're going to get married, if this is the year you want, and congratulations to you. If this is the year you're going to have a baby, if this is the year you want to buy a car, if this is the year you're moving into a new apartment, you cannot let January drain that from you. A budget is not just for people with regular income. Even if your earnings vary, even if right now you have nothing, you can still work on a budget so that you can work towards your goal. Like I said, when you visualize something, when you write something down, the chances of you achieving that thing are much, much, much more higher. The other thing is automate your savings. Guys, January imetufanyia vile imetufanyia. Set up a standing order to save more money as soon as you get paid. This way, after January has beaten you black and blue, at least February will be easier and March will be easier. And as the months go by next January, you'll be doing so much better. Even small amounts. I always tell people, there's this analogy I already have about money. If you can't manage 100 shillings, if you can't manage 1,000 shillings, babes, even if you win the lottery right now, you won't be able to manage 100 million shillings. It's not the amount of money you have. It is what you do with the amount you have. It is not the fight in the dog. Class. I don't know, I feel so wise today. I don't know if it's this blazer. It is not the it is not the size of the dog. It is the fight in the dog. Never forget that. With your money, tell it. Better speak blessings upon your money. Tell that money, look at this money that is going to buy a Lamborghini, even if it's 1,000. Speak positive about your finances. Speak positive about who you want to do, or who you want to be, and work towards being that person. The other thing is learn how to say no. I have an entire episode on this, guys. Namjay watch. Go back to that episode and learn how to say no. One of the biggest financial drains we have in this society is trying to keep up with social pressures. You want to make people happy. It's in January, oh, your friend is broke, but since you assume they're broker than you want to start providing for them. Guys, you can't do that. We are not responsible for other people. As long as someone is above the age of 25, that person is sane in mind, and they should be able to take care of themselves financially, emotionally, and all the early that follow that. You should say no to outings, to requests. You cannot afford it, guys. Let's just be realistic. It is okay to not afford something. It's okay to say, this is not working for me right now. Again, like I said, go back to that episode and watch it. Track your spending for this. Someone might ask, ni nini hata hatuna kitu ya kuspend? You're still going to spend in this January. You might be broke, then you decide, no, what? I might just as well. I mean, I'm already here. What? How worse can it get? But use apps like the M-Pesa app. It has a statement thing that it does every month. You can check. I know. Even me, I'm those people. Right now, I'm looking at my bank statements and wondering who swiped this card at this store. I cannot remember in December it was me saying how much is money, nani. Right now, guys, karibu nirudi kwa hiyo store niulize, you are sure I bought this item? You're very sure I'm the one? So make sure you track your spending. So make it a habit. Like I said, make it a habit. When you start small, by January, right now I'm preparing so that next year, when we meet, we are talking about better things. you'll be surprised by how much you save by just being more aware of what goes on. For instance, for me, I have an account that I use to make these payments like Netflix, if I'm buying something on Amazon and so, then all of a sudden you just find something is just being deducted. Then you realize, when did I actually, subscribe to this thing? Unapata I have like 5 subscriptions, which I have no idea how I got there. Maybe it was, again, let me blame my December self. I wanted every subscription on the planet. But now it's time to deduct. Before even that day comes, that day where they take the money out of your account, the renewal day. Just be more aware of how you're spending your money. Quick wins, small changes with big impact. If you're looking for quick ways to improve your finances for this month, try this. All right? Try these small things that will make you feel better, even if you're at the corner of the month. Pay yourself first. If you're set aside, even if it's 100 shillings, to just say, Anita, I forgive the December you. I forgive you for being. I don't know if that's good advice. Why are we spending more money on ourselves after we spent so much money in December? But anyway, we have this thing. When you reward yourself, you do better to get that rush, that feel of you're doing better. Just be nice to yourself. Declutter and sell items. We have so many things in our houses we don't use. Declutter them and sell them. Switch to cheaper alternatives. Hapo ndio kuna kwanga na shida. I've had a problem with this thing. When you're used to a certain standard of life, it's so hard to downgrade. I can assure you, it's so hard. Umezoea Netflix, then someone is telling you can watch movies on YouTube. It's not the same. I know it's not the same, but there's a time and place for everything. You have to, if this January has to end to figure 31st, imagine you just have to cancel the subscription. Even if it's from internet plans to groceries. For instance, in December, you did not know what a cabbage is. You did not want to eat your local oranges. You wanted imported from South Africa. Local, onions did not cut it. You had to get onions from Tanzania, guys. Itabidi we accept where we are. Like I say, when you again, Vanessa, this needs to be on a t-shirt. When you know better, you do better. Thank you. Learn a new skill. Since you have all that time that you have that you did not have in December, January is the perfect time to invest in yourself. Since it's the time for reinvention, it's the time for reevaluation, all the real, there are so many free online courses. Learn something that can open new door of opportunities for you guys. You cannot be the same person year in, year out, guys. 2020, 2021, you cannot, it's redundant and it's very boring when you're just the same person. People are growing, people are glowing, people are learning new things. Hata wewe, learn new things. This January, by the time it ends, tell me in my comment section, Anita, I learned this, I did this. I told you guys, I'm learning German on Duolingo. Come beat me. Come beat me there. Let's learn something. As we wrap up, remember, January is tough. I know you're into the thick of things. Into the thick of things. It is tough. I agree. But it is also temporary. Because every year, in a move too, before you know it, we'll be out of this month. It will be in February. We'll be asking, where's your boyfriend? And we move with a little planning. It's so funny for me. But anyway, it's very temporary. Matatizo. Masaibu ni ya muda, my brother, my sister. It's just for a short time. With a little planning and a buttload of discipline, you can get through it and set yourself for a better future. Not only for this January, but for life. If you found this episode helpful kama kawaida, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Hata muniambie I look nice. You guys don't even tell me I look nice on these things. Tell me, I want all sorts of feedback, whether good or bad. I want to hear it from you. And let me know how your January is coming. What are you doing to survive? Mutuambie, share these things. Thank you so much. Till next time.